So this is Courtney Vandersloot, one of the greatest point guards of all time in the WNBA. Past her prime 1,000,000%, but was still like sixth player on the New York Liberty team that won a championship a year ago. She has tore her ACL. She's definitely, I'm not even going to say on the back nine of her career. She's probably on the 16th or 17th hole of her career. And like, I don't think Courtney Vandersloot is this absolutely elite starting point guard in the WNBA, but she's a really good backup or a mediocre starting level point guard. Like, apparently the Minnesota Lynx wanted to bring her in to start with alongside Courtney Williams and bring Bridget Carlton off the bench. Apparently that was the rumor, that the Liberty wanted her back, but it was coming off the bench on the cheap. The Lynx wanted her to start, and the Sky wanted her, but it was on a max contract. And it's funny that people are like, why does Jeff Pagliocca like seemingly trust Courtney Vandersloot more than Angel Reese? But it's like, well, Courtney Vandersloot has won a championship with the Sky. She's won a championship with the Liberty. And I mean this when I say this, Jeff Pagliocca does not give two fucks about the star power of Angel Reese. As well as that, it's not like a Caitlin Clark star power where having Angel Reese on your team instantly improves your city's economy. Having Caitlin Clark on your team improves your city's economy. Having Angel Reese on your team doesn't do any of that. It does not do any of that. However, like, this Courtney Vandersloot is someone that Angel Reese has. She was the one player Angel Reese name dropped in her thing about basically saying she's not good. She's not going to be good enough. But if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to stay above 57k. So we got to 57k like 3 days ago. We've just been hovering around it. We're trying to stay above 57k. If we do that, that would be absolutely insane. But yeah, so this is what she said in an interview. Courtney Vandersloot on returning as a Sky's point guard next season. Contrary to what people say, my age is not a factor. I am coming back. Angel's gone. There is no way that Angel Reese and Courtney Vandersloot are going to be playing together again. Are going to be playing. Like, Ali Quigley, Courtney Vandersloot's wife, vet's got to know when to cut the net and pass the torch. Do you read your quoting Alexis Morris in defense of Angel Reese? That's a bit of a mad one. But the Angel Reese fans, they know no end. The worst part of what Angel said was what she said about Salute. All-time point guard, too many people around her league have respect for throwing the organisation under the bus. Go for it as justified. Poor timing. And that's the thing where it's like, there are too many players in this league that have played with Courtney Vandersloot. There are too many guards in the league that have looked up to Courtney Vandersloot. Why would any guard go to the Sky when Courtney Vandersloot could have went and competed for a championship and chose to go home and play with the Sky, and the franchise player is insulting her? The franchise player is insulting her. Like, why would anyone want to go and play for the Sky? And it's one thing, like, Angel Reese talking behind the scenes, but like, Ali Quigley's having to post Courtney Vandersloot's resume and everything. Like, it's one thing what Ali Quigley's saying. It's one thing what Angel Reese said behind the scenes. Because I agree. You have to hold the organization accountable, being like, what did you do? Like, whatever, toss aside the Ariel Atkins thing. Because the Ariel Atkins thing was a hindsight thing. Because Ariel Atkins is an all-star level player. Citron is way better than anyone thought she was going to be. But like, nobody, it was the Kia Nurse signing, the no backup point guard, the drafting Hailey Van Lith. Like, I don't even mind the drafting Aisha Sifka, because I rate her highly. The drafting, the obsession with Maddie Westbeld. There was some weird obsession with Maddie Westbeld. We saw it in the pre-draft process. This team, it was looking like they were going to take her in the first round. This team had some weird obsession with Maddie Westbeld, who's not good enough. Who's not good enough to be in a WNBA rotation. And there's all of these problems. But Courtney Vandersloot was the least of them. Courtney Vandersloot was the least of these problems. Like, for me, I'm just looking at this and I'm like, it's not a good scenario. And you've got Sloot basically going like, I'm coming back. I don't see how Angel can come back. Like, I don't see how Angel can come back to any of these players. I don't see how any of these players, not named Camila Cardoso, can play with Angel Reese again. And look, Sky fans might be happy if this means that they get rid of every single player other than Angel Reese and Cardoso. But you better believe this. They're going to get worse players. Like, why would anyone choose to play for the Chicago Sky in next year? Maybe 3, 4, 5 years down the line, if the Chicago Sky shows some sort of forward momentum. The problem is with the Sky is they can't tank because they don't have their own picks. But they have a roster. They have a tanking roster. They're giving the Minnesota Lynx a top 3 pick this year. Like, they are in the worst situation of any team. And the worst part is that they've tanked because of everything with Ariel Atkins. No one's going to give up an asset for Ariel Atkins on a Supermax. You're going to have to core and trade Ariel Atkins. No one's going to want Ariel Atkins on a Supermax. You're going to have to give Angel Reese probably you're going to have to give Angel Reese up for either a top 5 pick or to the Connecticut Sun. One or the other. The Connecticut Sun can give you Aaliyah Edwards and Sanaya Rivers back because they're not going to give you, you're not getting Layla Khan, or you can get maybe Layla Khan straight up for Angel Reese. Like, maybe you get Anissa Morrow and Sanaya Rivers for Angel Reese, which is, in my opinion, fair trade. If you go to Dallas, you may get the number 2 pick, but that's a might. Other than that, you might get the Aces 2027, Zaza, Quinterly, and Geisel Suter, which is, in my opinion, not a bad haul in fairness. It's not a bad haul, but not for somebody as good at basketball as Angel Reese. The problem is it's now at the stage where, ironically, a lot of people are like, oh, Angel Reese is a bigger asset to a team off the court than she is on the court. It's like, ironically, it's not. Angel Reese doesn't put butts in seats. Sure, Angel Reese gets the Chicago Sky, is all over the place, but Angel Reese makes Angel Reese famous. Like, let's be real. Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull, Kate Martin, Gabby Marshall, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Temi, Ari McDonald. Obviously, if I haven't mentioned Sophie Cunningham, Sid Colson, all these players were somewhat popular, some of them not that popular, but they exploded in popularity post playing with Caitlin Clark. The only players off the top of my head that have exploded in popularity post playing with Angel Reese is Marina Mabry. Like, maybe Kennedy Carter. But like, Ariel Atkins is barely more known now. Rachel Banham is just hated. Heck, even Christy Wallace is probably more universally liked than Rachel Banham, because at least, as much as it was, at least we never went. And what the Reese fans are doing is they're going for Rachel Banham, the person. We thought Christy Wallace sucked, but by all accounts, she was a lovely person. But yeah, this from Courtney Vandersloot being like, regardless of what people say, contrary to people say, I'm coming back. My age isn't a factor. I'm coming back. Probably means Angel Reese is gone. Angel Reese is gone. And it's funny when people are like, why Jeff Pagliocca should lose his job because he's catering to Courtney Vandersloot rather than Angel Reese. It could genuinely be a fact that the players want to play with Courtney Vandersloot more than they want to play with Angel Reese. Like, let's not forget that the Sky, when Sloot was there the first time, were able to build a championship organization. They lost Elena Deladon. Yes, they lost, was it Sylvia Fowles? They lost players, but they kept Ali Quigley. Kalia Copper left, but that was when they were tearing it down anyway. They were tearing it down anyway after Copper went. They kind of went all in. But like Emma Messerman went there. So many of the top players over the years have chose to go to the Chicago Sky. So like, this is an organization that, as much as it's a poverty organization, they have had success. And Courtney Vandersloot is a winner, a vet, and a player that people like to play with. So it's not that crazy. Basketball reasons choosing the advice of a Courtney Vandersloot over the advice of an Angel Reese, even if it's wrong. Because I'm going to be completely honest, I don't know what player Angel Reese is going to recruit in. I genuinely don't know what free agent is going to leave a good situation to come to the Chicago Sky. I just don't think that's going to be a thing. So anyway, see you guys.